you're on the list.
I can turn sideways so you can see it.
What's all this for? I like the reading. You see it? Watch it. When they go, they're interested, they want to come to
Yeah. Okay. That's for someone that's an expert, not ready. Oh.
It's okay.
Oh. Oh, it's opposite. Oh, it's
This used to be a Tim Long. Right here was in Kansas.
yeah.
Gotta have skill somewhere.
He's back.
You just put it in the stuff.
Keep an eye on him. He's there.
This is just by himself.
So now around all this hot water, and then it's wrong.
Yeah.
Somebody that worked with on Wednesday spoke to me, and something really high.
Yeah.
The thing I work in there is
Yeah.
I'll call the meeting at 7 o'clock. Paul, Jackson. Here. Murphy.
Here.
Stivers.
Here.
Sailor.
Present.
Steen.
Here.
And myself. We need to have someone appointed as the chairperson for the meeting this evening.
I nominate John Jackson to be chairman of the meeting tonight.
Okay, a motion by Stivers. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Second by Sailor. All in favor?
Aye.
Those against? And those that abstain.
Okay, item 3, adoption of minutes, provided you in your packet for Monday, June 8th, 2026, and Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026.
I'll make a motion to the minutes from June 8th and June 23rd.
Motion by Chris Saylor, second.
I'd second that.
Second by Janice Murphy.
Minutes.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carried. Police report?
Our office has been doing some varied hours, and I'll get some weekend hours and evening hours, he's been switching nights. And then the other thing, he went through range qualification just recently, and he's done some cooperative work with some other agencies, through Juneau County as well as down in the Dells with New Lisbon, so.
Item 5, public works. Jack?
Everything's been going good. Nothing major to report. A little warm, but I'm sure you all know that.
Yeah. We appreciate what you guys do with this heat and everything. Putting up with it.
Any questions? All right. Item 6, library report.
We have 1,372 items circulated in June 2026. We're in the middle of our summer reading program, which offers kids an opportunity to earn tickets, then enter to win one of the summer reading baskets. We had a couple of wonderful donors who made some of these baskets happen. We are running a children's picture book bingo to encourage kids to read books that meet the month's specific theme and they have otherwise picked up. Knit 1, Read 2, and Seam Rippers are meeting consistently. Our adult book group is paused for July and August and will return in September with a phone booth at the End of the World by Laura Mason. I was also given the opportunity to visit Cincinnati, Ohio for a conference sponsored by the Institute for Museums and Library Services. It was a rewarding experience. Emily and the volunteers kept the library running smoothly while I was gone. The Friends of the Library had their book sale and are meeting on 7/15/26 at 10 a.m. to discuss the sale. We also plan to be at a national night out with the adult books for attendees.
Thank you, Roger. Number 7, President's Business. Ms. Laswell has not left anything. So, committee reports, item number 8. The reports from the committees. Seeing none, we'll move on. Item 9, treasurer's report. Any questions? I'll entertain a motion to approve the treasurer's report of June 2026. I think there are 3 or 4 pages.
I'll make that motion to approve the treasurer's report from June 2026.
I'll second the motion.
Motion by Chris Saylor, second by Meredith. Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carried. Approval of vouchers, item number 10. For June 2026.
Make a motion to approve the June 2026 vouchers as presented.
Mary Beth Stivers has a motion to approve the vouchers. A second.
I would second that, to go with the vouchers for June 2026.
Seconded by Janice Murphy. Any discussion? All those who approve, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carried. Item 11, discussion of health insurance 2027 rates. Roger?
I included in your packet, the rate increase for this next year is going to be 8.5% is what the increase is. And I put in there, right now, our people are going to have choices of 5 different insurance programs out there. Some of our people choose to go into Monroe County because that's where their doctor is, and they choose that. But it definitely is more than the cost of living typically is. Insurance is like everywhere. The state has come up with a new program to the new, and some of the other communities have switched plans if they had an option to. Our group is fairly small, so for us to go out and find something might be more difficult. But I just thought I'd make you aware of where we're at.
Great.
So there's really no approval or anything, just awareness.
Okay. Thank you, Roger. Item number 12, consider request by Larson, Florida, to authorize the village attorney to complete the process of discontinue a portion of Apple Street, a portion of East Street, a portion of F Street, and rail spur within Weston's East Addition per Wisconsin statute 66.1003 with Larson Figueroa paying all costs related to this process. Roger?
I was contacted by the individual. He bought the land when you drive, take a right at 22nd and head towards the shrine. It's on the right side of the road when you're driving in there. He bought that. His intent right now is to develop into a couple houses in that area. He understands there's some filling involved. but he wants to have some of these roads that were in there that were platted probably many, many, many years ago. When you say Weston, that was the lumber company back in that day, so, and some of that is floodplain, and I did include that in your packet, and wetland area. So rather than going through him doing the process, he's asking the same thing that we did for the individual who was in Laurel Lynn subdivision that wanted that done. I said that I'd bring it to the board to see if there's any interest in doing it, and the only thing I'm unsure of a little bit is that rail spur in there. I'm not sure who actually owns that piece, if it was part of the, without even doing some research. So that's something that we won't know until they dig into it, if it's one of the old railroads that had that, or if it was a local, but and it went through the land. But I did provide you in your packet the diagram they gave me with the little dots of what roads they were looking at. The spur is the thing that comes in at an angle all the way across the lots, at 45-degree angle. And then I provided you the floodplain map, and then the Weston edition shows you there, which Wiley streets were never even heard of. So when I said some of the names, you're probably wondering where they're at. That's why, because they're never put in. There's probably no use, or the cost would be so great to put them in that we would ever look at doing it. There's no water or sewer that would be running through any of those. There's only one water line that goes across to the other side, and that goes down to Crow Ready Mix and serves the one down there, but there's no water or nothing back in there. So
we're not really out anything on this.
no, the only thing we're gonna be probably gaining is if they end up developing into a couple houses like you'd hope, that would be a benefit. And in all likelihood, they'll have to have a private well and private sewer system, because there's nothing that's that close by. But they're not at that point yet. They just purchased it, and they contacted me, and somehow they're aware of, that we work with other people, so.
We lose a lot of fruit streets.
You need a motion on this, Roger?
Yes.
I'll entertain a motion for the request by Marcin Florida.
Make the motion as requested by Marcin Figueroa to authorize the village attorney to complete the process to discontinue a portion of Apple Street, a portion of E Street, a portion of F Street, and depending on what we find out, the rail spur within Weston's East Addition, with Marcin paying all costs related to the process.
Motion been made by Mr. Stivers, second. Second by Chris Saylor. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? Motion carried. Item 13, consider approval of ordinance 2026-03, ordinance to establish procedures for public comment during board meetings.
Yeah, this is identical to what John brought to us last month. There's been no comments that were provided to me from any of the board members for any changes, so nothing's been changed. So I guess it's at this point what you want to do with it.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve ordinance 2026-03.
I'll make that motion.
Chris Saylor makes the motion, and do we have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Mary Beth Stivers seconds that motion. Any discussion?
I think the big thing to make sure we know is nothing's actionable. People can understand that. They can speak. At the center.
Okay, we'll do a voice vote on that.
Stivers,
Yes.
Saylor,
Yes.
Jackson,
Yes,
Murphy.
Yes.
motion carried. Item number 14, consider approval of ordinance 2026-04, ordinance to limit the height of a single-story garage and other detached accessory buildings to 20 feet.
I did talked to the building inspector, and he said 20 feet was the standard out there, and that's the only thing that changes in that they're wanted to have context so you could read through it, so 20 feet would be what would be.
Are we confident if we make this move today that we're gonna
No,
Keep doing it.
I would say yes.
Okay, 20 feet it is.
20 feet it is, and let's keep it, okay?
It's just near 20 feet.
All right, I'll entertain a motion for approval of ordinance 2026-04.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Mary Beth Stivers. Second,
I would second that, the approval of ordinance 2026-04.
Janice Murphy for second. Any discussion? All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carried. Item 15, administrators update.
The Veterans Park project, they haven't been by there lately. The shelter's getting closer and closer there. We dropped off the water meter the other day. The plumbers will be doing the inside there. A lot of good comments. There was an individual out there that put out a video on the park already. That's very positive. So it was Jessica Bilski that did that. So if you get a chance to see that, it's pretty good. So, and as of right now, I've had a meeting since our last meeting with the DNR, so they went and walked it with me. Had some things that they looked at, very positive, so the rep was very like what we were doing. So nothing really other than now is we got some benches that arrived to put in and some picnic tables, and that's a little bit of heavy lifting to do for the guys. So we'll get that stuff done. And otherwise, I think it's turned out pretty good.
I thought it looked real nice when I drove in there and the day to get out this time there. I thought, oh, that's really nice.
You created
I liked how I thought it was going to be open, but it's kind of finished inside. It's good.
Yeah, that was one of the things we brought in. That was one of the alternative things that Mike and Ray recommended. And I think that it turns out really good.
It's really nice.
Yeah, other thing is the walking path, you can go down there and 3/4 of the walking path is going to be sealed and crack filled. A lot of that has been a lot of wear and tear on that over the years. If you look at the edge of it, it's been cracked up. I think that was put in like 2000, wasn't it? 99, 2000. So we've gotten 2016.
Yeah, we played in a culvert for that application.
So it's been a lot of years. So I think that we did what we could do to maintain it, but I think it's getting to the point where in another 8 to 10 years, there's probably going to have to be a replacement of that path. They did some improvements on the approaches on the bridge, if you look. They filled in there. They added some mix in some of the corners that as you plowed, it was hard to turn. So they did that improvement. They're going to be back in a couple weeks to finish it. But it was blazing hot on Sunday when they were working.
So they're gonna come back to seal the rest of it?
Yeah, they are.
I was wondering when they stopped.
They
But there was 2 guys working, they started from different ends. By the time they get to the middle, they retired.
They went from 8 in the morning to 8 at night, I think. But I think it's definitely nice. They did
get a
what they-
lot more use. Right?
Yeah, we gotta look at long-term, get a plan long-term for replacing.
So,
Because they did a good job patching it, but it's still coming to pieces.
yeah, the edges were cracked really bad on some of it. And they did what they could. I mean, I don't know what more we could have done with it. The next item is street maintenance. If you go down to Gillian, Birch, and Cardinal, there was some patchwork that was done where they seal the cracks and take out the bump. And then there's some crack filling that's occurring up. And then on Oak Grove Drive also, we did some spots there that were getting dips. We'll be doing the bid for the seal coat coming up. I've got a spec. It's going to be, I think it'll look similar to what you see on the streets we've done on Harvey Street. We did on Precision Parkway to the black color. So it looks like asphalt, but it's basically a finer material, and it looks more like asphalt than some of the loose pea gravel that you see in the past. So though that should be done now. It all depends on what bids come at. It'd be nice to be able to do definitely all Laurel in, but then get Oak Grove Drive done. And then nothing, and it depends on what people think here. We could try and see what the cost would be to do the cul-de-sacs up there. There's two of them by Lakeview Court and the one by, it'd be the one single house at the end of,
Yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, but I think it's gonna be one of those things, when they're in the area, it would be cheaper to do. You know, going up the bluff right now, there's been no development up there yet, so nothing's really, so I don't know if that would be good money spent, but right now I was looking at least getting a bid on Oak Grove Drive. Cause it's just really used, yeah. And that was heavily trafficked during the detours, because when the 21 was shut down, took a beating.
Yeah, and there's more traffic on it all the time than what there used to be, a lot more, when it even was not a detour, yeah.
So,
Never thought about adding like a speed bump or anything.
right now, they've been doing actually a speed. Years ago, that's what they had in their speed.
Yeah.
Some of the people in the audience remember those. You
Yeah,
go
I
back,
remember 'em.
yeah, so, and then what ends up happening sometimes is they see this too, when there's a speed. Bump, but we could look at that.
Well,
But that's-
that wasn't, I just know that speeding has been an issue through that area.
I think I haven't noticed it like as bad, like when I drive it quite a bit, you know, because I just go straight across and I'll come across. And I haven't, years ago, I used to see a lot, but I think now that all those houses are in there, I haven't, but it's just when I go through, I don't know what it's not, but I've thought it's been a lot better, or even watching cars coming and going from the library, very rarely I see someone that I think they need to slow down, you know, it's a lot better than it used to be. Because when there wasn't all those houses in there, and people just thought they could just fly and cut across, you know? But I think it's improved.
What about the library project? The library parking lot?
They're gonna come back and seal that too, that would be the week, last week in July.
Okay, so they were supposed to do it because of the heat, is that why they?
No, they didn't wanna disrupt the light, is what they said, and the other thing is they are on that path down there, and then they anticipated. So they called me this morning and said they were gonna come in that weekend and get it done, all of it at once, but the library, it'll be just the old asphalt that'll be sealed, the new asphalt we put in last year won't be sealed because
No, I
it's,
didn't think that needed to be done.
but
Okay, thank you.
that's all I got under my report.
Okay, thank you, Roger. Item number 16, motion to go into closed session.
I make a motion, we go into closed session.
Motion by Mary Beth Stivers, second. Second by Chris Saylor. Any discussion? All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Oh, yeah, that's right. Poison.
Okay, Stivers,
Yes.
Sailor,
Yes.
Murphy,
Yes.
Jackson.
Yes. Motion carried, we are now in closed session. Thank you for all for coming. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.